What up, YouTube? G4 Leader here once again, back with another late night video for you guys. And tonight's topic will be my thoughts on Machinima's Street Fighter Assassin's Fist. Machinima just dropped this series May 23rd. It's a 12-episode series, and the story pretty much focuses around Ken, Ryu, Gouken, Gouki, and Gotetsu and their whole story, like how Gouki became Akuma and everyone's story about Hado and all that. And I must say, right off bat, this has been the best video game adaptation series I have ever seen. Hands down, blew the 1994 the 1994 movie out of the water already. It's an amazing series. It shitted on everything Hollywood tried to do with Street Fighter or video game movies. It was just beautiful, and the fact that they were able to do it on such a low budget, it just really impressed me, from the storytelling, the visuals, the fight scenes, the choreography. Everything was perfect. I mean, even down to the casting for Ryu and Ken. I now can't picture anyone else playing Ken and Ryu but these two. That's how good the casting was for this series. It was just amazing, and so much the way they paced it too. For 12 episodes, they gave you just enough of everyone to make it, to satisfy you. And what I really liked about it is they didn't take a whole bunch of liberties and shit, rewriting everybody's stories. They stayed true to the source material. Gotetsu training Gouki and training Gouken, and teaching them about the forms of Hado and teaching them martial arts, and them and he trying to keep them on the straight path, to keep them away from Dark Hado, and Gouki falling on the path of wanting to practice Dark Hado to reach his full potential, and seeing him break from that path that was laid out before him by Gotetsu, and him going away and training on his own and mastering Dark Hado, and seeing how Dark Hado consumes people. I just loved seeing that backstory. That backstory was just amazing. Like, everything about that backstory was just amazing. And also with Ken and Ryu, I just loved the chemistry between them two. Ken and Ryu had amazing chemistry in this series. Like, I really got to feel the brotherhood between these two. Like, you got the calm, reserved Ryu, and you got the hothead Ken, and I just love that, the way they balanced each other out so well. The fight scenes were so beautifully put together. Like, the fight scenes between Ken and Ryu, they were really doing the Ken and Ryu fight styles. Like, they emulated the fighting style so perfectly, like, down to every detail. The Shoryuken, the Hadoken, everything was just so perfect, man. I hate gushing over something so hard, but I was just really fucking impressed. Like, the fact they did this shit so perfectly on such a low budget. They did it so perfectly. And even down to the little Easter eggs and the shit, like the fact that it took place in the 80s. They didn't try to make it all modern and shit. 2014, they didn't try to modernize, because I seriously hate when series do that. They always try to make shit a modern 2014 version of everything, or 2013 version of everything, and a lot of times it just doesn't work. The source material doesn't work with modern times, so they end up having to make their own adaptation of it just to make it more modern. And I hate when too many series do that shit. So it was just really nice to see Street Fighter not go down that route and just decided we're gonna keep that shit in the 1980s, and that was very perfect. It really just made me wonder why Machinima couldn't do the same thing with Mortal Kombat Legacy, because that shit was terrible. Mortal Kombat Legacy was terrible. Just for the record, I hated that shit. This is way different than that. They kept it in the 80s. They kept it true to its original source material. And the little Easter eggs, like they had them playing Mega Man 2 on the Super NES. I loved seeing that. They're playing the Capcom game, Street Fighter's Capcom. Even the subtle things like that made a difference. Just perfect. And seeing the just seeing Akuma fight too. I looked at this Akuma, the dude who played this Akuma, and seeing his transformation from lighthearted Goki to cold Akuma, and just seeing him being overwhelmed by the dark Hado. It was just a beautiful transition. I looked at him like, yo, this is Akuma. This is a perfect Akuma. They did it perfectly. So, like I said, an amazing series. If you haven't checked it out yet, it's a 12-episode series on Machinima. Go check it out. If you're a Street Fighter fan, if you're a video game fan, if you just love action series, I highly recommend you go check out this series. But anyways, that's just my thoughts on it. You can hit me down in the comments down below. Tell me your thoughts on it. Do you like it? Like, did you like it? Did you hate it? Tell me your thoughts, and subscribe to my channel for more discussions like this one. And don't forget to like my Facebook fan page, which is down in the descriptions, if you want to get into direct contact with me. G4Liddy here, signing off, and thank you guys for watching.